Hey, what's going on, everybody? Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. At the top of the chat, don't forget the tip jar. I know some people's being confused by it, so I'm only gonna put the tip jar at the top of the chat. And that's if you wanna, donate to me. If you wanna support the channel, you hit $official DanaJay. That's the Cash App. For the tip jar, you just hit the link at the top of the chat. We about to go into some stuff with R. Kelly. Let's do it. What up, everybody that's here? Friends, family, Dream Team, Oak Cove, MVPs. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hold on. What's going on? Okay. Okay, Leanne, what's up? Chaz, what's up? Lady T, what's going on? Kimberly Nicole, hey. So, let's get right to it. Let's go.
Like you born a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. So I like oompa, do what it do. Stunning on them haters like you born a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. So I like oompa, do what it do. Wow, every time the beat drop like Monica. Is that your chick? She tryna blow me harmonica. I stay on these suckers' necks, similar to Dracula. When them snakes cross your rock and roll like Metallica. I ain't got no friends, all I got is money. All you hear is heavy melody, try to take it from me, bring it back, boomerang. That shit's strong, Jay. Rather eat crumbs with buns than eat steaks with snakes. Word to my nigga DanaJay. Only God can judge me, give a fuck what you devils got to say. My black chick pray for you, my white chick pull a pistol on the KKK. Asking where I been, I just tell them MIA. Meanwhile ballin' like a bitch, no disrespect to the WNBA. Go and get the money like a duffel bag, boy. I ride with my niggas like my name was Dope Boy. Listen, you can't ride the wave when I rock the boat ahoy. Legendary flow, I kick that shit like Bruce Leroy. Lame ass nigga ain't talking about nothing. Nobody got your back cause you always frontin'. Girl, I wanna rock with you. Your baby daddy wanna be starting something. We tryna function. You would think I was an actor cause of the way that I be stunning on them haters like you born a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. So I like oompa, do what it do. Stunning on them haters like you born a superstar. If life was a movie, then you know my rated R. So fuck your whole crew, them too. So I like oompa, do what it do. They can come and watch us here. But you gotta leave us alone. So you never what you gonna do now. Hope you better, cause I'm really about to put it down. Never just be scared of you. Not tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spend with you. That ass girl, gotta make it happen. Spread our soul, I'ma be no, tryna say stop when the beat say go. Where you gonna get that pussy? Oh, what you want, girlfriend? dedication. The run and where I be. The cousin rockets in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
What's going on? Fantasia back! Oh my God, it's gonna snow. It's gonna snow. Fantasia back, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's going on. Shout out to everybody that's here. It's going to snow. Fantasia is back. I guess that's why I had to go ahead and give me something cold to drink. Because, whew. Whew. So we're going to get into some stuff. We're going to get into some stuff. And the stuff we're going to get into is crazy. That's the witness. That's the ABS. Hold on. I got into Canic's motion, didn't I? I believe I got into what Canic was saying about Azriel. Let's see. If I don't remember, let's see. I got into what Canic said about Azriel, right? About the defense. Y'all let me know. Let's see. I got so much stuff on here. Let me see. No, I didn't. Okay. Do y'all remember if I got into what Canic said? If y'all can remember, somebody just put yes, I read it, or no, I didn't. I've been reading so much stuff. But, let's see. Excuse me. I will go back into it. And I will go and get it. I think that's it. I hate when they keep doing me like this. I hate when they keep doing me like this. Pacer kill me sometimes. Trying to think. Fantasia got some stuff that I need. She ain't trying to give it to me. So sad. Patient look at it, okay. Fantasia don't be trying to give me the candles I need. Nothing. Such friends. Ain't I live? What up, bro? Ain't I live though? So how you just gonna call me when I'm live? You, and a giveaway. I don't want no giveaway. I want it now. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thing. All right. Y'all see how I'm interrupted, yo? What the heck is going on? Hold on. One. This is bull crap. So now I'm gonna act crazy. Hold on. I'm putting in the wrong code and everything. Hold on. I gotta reset my passcode, yo. Hold on, bear along with me. I gotta reset my passcode. This is all Fantasia's fault. Okay. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. All right. I just put one. Okay. There we go. All right. There you go. Whew. Let me get this document for y'all from Pacer. Let me get this drawn for y'all. Then we can get to running. Alright. You're in the way, sir. New search. Let's see. I believe I did read it though. But just in case, I'm going back to get it. So that way we can all be abreast of what's going on. And these crazy people can stop running around the internet talking crazy. Well, they're going to talk crazy anyway, but spreading situations, it's not true. Let's see. File. Save as. Put it in downloads. Save it. Alright, let's get out of here. Get out of Pacer. Log out. Bang. Alright. Come on, man. Go to my file. Hold on. Nope. My files. There we go. All right. Now we ready to rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. What up, Gemini Don? Okay. Sorry for that delay. But we gonna go over some stuff today, y'all. And the stuff we gonna go over is real simple. Man. What everybody talking about? Okay. Let's go. Let's go over what everybody talking about. Alright. Since this is what everybody talking about, we gonna go over it. Blank Law PC, criminal defense attorney focused on sexual assault charges. Nicole Blank Becker, y'all got her situation. July the 23rd, 2021, the Honorable Ann M. Donnelly, United States District Judge, United States District Court. Okay? Reason, United States versus Robert Kelly. Criminal docket number 19-286. Dear counsel, pursuant to Rule 16B1C of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, the defense anticipates and hereby notifies you that it intends to call at trial in the above referenced matter Dr. Marcus DeGraw to testify about the matters described below. A curriculum vitae of the expert will be attached. The defense reserves the right to call substitute expert witnesses. 1. Dr. Marcus DeGraw. Dr. DeGraw is a medical doctor who holds a federal DEA professional license. He is board certified in both pediatrics and child abuse. He has held his certification since 2003 and 2009. Dr. DeGraw currently serves on the board of directors at St. John Medical Group in Detroit, Michigan. He also is a member of the board of directors at Ascension St. John Foundation. Dr. DeGraw is also the director of business operations for St. John Hospital Pediatrics. Excuse me. He is the co-chair at St. John Providence Physician Network Governance Council. Appointed by the hospital CEO, Dr. DeGraw is a member of the Wayne County includes Detroit, Michigan Deaf Review Team. Whoa. Dr. DeGraw also possesses several peer-reviewed publications, including but not limited to DeGraw M, Makaroff K, Shapiro R, Examination Findings in Pre-Pubertal and Adolescent Females Who Present with N, Gonorrhea, or C, Trichomonas Vaginal Infections. Uh-oh. Excuse me. PAS/AAP, Joint Meeting Publication, May 2003. He also has a member of clinical guidelines, for example, DeGraw M, Shapiro R, Chlamydia, Trichomonas, and Sexual Abuse, a fact sheet for non-medical readers. Mayerson Center for Safe and Healthy Children, 2002. He also possesses an enormous amount of professional presentations. For example, DeGraw M presenting cervical cancer and other HPV diseases. Grand rounds at St. John Hospital, September the 1st, 2006. St. John Hospital, Detroit, Michigan, 48236, and DeGraw M HPV disease associated problems with prevention with Gardasil. Grand rounds at St. John Hospital, Detroit, Michigan, February 5th, 2009. Dr. DeGraw has provided expert testimony in criminal cases at both the state and federal level. Dr. DeGraw will testify about how herpes simplex virus, HSV, is one of the most common sexually transmitted diseases in the United States. He will testify about whether HSV is asymptomatic or symptomatic. Dr. DeGraw will testify about testing after exposure to HSV and whether or not an individual is able to determine if the exposure or infection occurred during that exposure or possibly another exposure. He will explain the reasons that an individual was quite possibly already infected prior to exposure. Whether or not serological testing for HSV assists or does not assist in determining when an individual was infected. Further, whether serological testing has any value in attempting to determine whom an individual was infected by, how the disease manifests and presents itself, and when attempting to determine who the individual contracted the disease from. The fact that the number of prior sexual partners plays a role. Dr. DeGraw may also explain certain medical records, including those belonging to Mr. Kelly and Jane Doe number 6. Respectfully submitted, Nicole Blank Becker, Thomas Farinella. Okay, so I'm going to break something down. This is where the method's going to come into play at. Because I was listening to some friends of mine make jokes about R. Kelly and say maybe they're going to disclose of how he's infecting people and before his penis fall off. Well, y'all taking jabs, but how y'all didn't know that number 6 didn't give it to him? Make that make sense. Since we want to talk about herpes, I find it funny that out this case, hey Shelby, I find it funny. Chris Starry, what's up, bro? I find it funny out this case. only certain alleged victims have herpes. So you mean to tell me that herpes is going to play hopscotch and say, I'm going to infect you, I'm going to infect you, I'm going to skip you, but I'm going to infect you, and I'm going to infect you, and I'm going to skip you, and you. So that means victims number 6 and victims, that means victim number 6, victim number 5, victim number 2, victim number 4 allegedly supposed to have herpes. So 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 don't have it. Got me thinking about some things now. Can you just pee on somebody and get herpes? If your answer is no, then how can herpes skip certain people? And the reason why I use that pee thing is because everybody urinate. Let's go there. Everybody urinate. So the naysayers want to say, oh, he pissed on this one. He did this. He did that. Why wasn't that mentioned in the articles of evidence? I kept telling y'all, watch what y'all hear. Listen, but don't listen. They kept saying, oh, Rashawn are going to testify. Why that's not in the articles of evidence? That's not in the articles of evidence. Which means I was correct the whole time. When I said, plain and simple. When they tried to put her out there, Peace Love said, you have to have an outbreak to transmit it. So let me ask you this, because I'm not familiar and I'm not schooled in that area. Colette Crawford. This man does not know. Okay, well, this is what I'm going to say to you, Colette Crawford. I thank you for joining. You can sit in the bleachers. Herpes is always being picked because there is no cure. They want to be able to open the door for a civil suit. What would that bring them closer to? Makes sense. Okay, y'all want to do calling numbers already? Hold on. Ooh. Y'all want to do calling numbers already? Okay. Let's do it then. Let's do calling numbers, okay? There are 2 types of herpes. Yep. Herpes simplex 1 and what's the other one? I need some help. I don't know everything. So, simplex 1 and 2. Okay, see, I don't know everything. And if y'all know something, y'all can help me out. So the calling number, real quick. The calling number is 678-545-2955. 678 545-2955. Because we're going to have an interactive live today because we're going to be here for a minute. Alright. The call-in number is there. Hello?
Hey.
You're live on the DanaJay show. How can I help you?
Okay, so when it comes to herpes, of course, there's two strands. You have simplex 1. Simplex 1 is where you catch it around your mouth, and you start having, like, outbreaks around your mouth. Simplex 2 is the vaginal one, where you just catch outbreaks down below on your private areas. When it comes to herpes, everybody in the whole world has the trait of it because you had chickenpox before. So it lays dormant in your body as far as the virus. It lays dormant in your body until you have unprotected sex with the person and their DNA is 9 times out of 10 not compatible with your body. So then that causes the virus to actually burst out into spores through your body, okay? Now, you won't be able to know that you have it until you have an outbreak. When you have an outbreak and you go get tested, they're going to test that bump on that area. And once they test it, they're going to tell you what it is. If it's simplex 1 or 2, depends on where that area is. They're going to give you 2 different types of medication. They're going to give you antibiotics, and then they're going to give you a certain type of pill, like a bluish type pill. I can't remember the name of it, but the reason why I know this stuff is because I used to actually work in the hospitals and things like that. I've had a lot of different jobs before, but anyway. So pretty much what the blue pill does, it puts it back dormant, where it'll slow it down to where you won't transmit it to somebody else. But it's still a possibility that that person can still catch it, whether or not you have protected sex or not, because you can have an outbreak like on your balls, and your balls could touch her, her anal area, and then it spreads that way as well. Or you can have like a cold sore. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, they catch cold sores, and cold sores is also a sign of herpes as well. That would be called simplex 1. And you catch like blisters around your mouth and stuff like that. Like, it's really rough depending on what the person eats and things like that. Now, how can you prove if a person gave it to you? Okay? So, if you have more than one partner, it's hard for you to locate who gave it to you. So, at that point, all you can do is just contact all your partners and let your partners know you are infected, and it's a possibility that they could be infected. So that's how you do that. Other than that, there's no way that you can really pinpoint unless you only been with one person.
Well,
so in this case, it's going to be hard to pinpoint.
Well, the thing is this, her ex-boyfriend even said that he gave her herpes or something.
Okay, well, can that be proven with audio or any type of message or anything like that? Can that be
there's audio out there with that.
Okay, so as long as that can be proven, then that needs to be taken to the proper authorities, so that way they can get it to where they need to get it to help him in his defense then.
No problem.
Yeah, but, you can actually be a carrier. So say if you have sex with a person and they have it, but they don't have an outbreak, that means that you might not catch an outbreak, but you could still pass it along because now you're a carrier, but you just don't know.
Okay, so Naomi said, just say if both parties have 5.00, you can't detect who gave it to who.
No, you can't. You can't because you got too many partners. So like I said, all you could do at that point is just tell your partners, like, you are infected, so they need to go get tested. So, you know what I'm saying? At that point, you don't even know where you got it from. You just know, like, you smashing multiple people and you trusting these people, but y'all smashing unprotectedly, and now all of a sudden you got it, but you don't know where it came from because let's keep it real. In the African American community or the colored community, a lot of us, we don't go get tested on the daily like we should, or on a regular basis like we should, because some people, they scared to know the results, or some people, they just think, oh, I'm fine, I'm good, I could just keep messing around and stuff and nothing to happen. But then when that scariness happens, it's either chlamydia, HIV, or some other stuff that you can't shake, or sometimes you get lucky and you can shake it, but it's hard to pinpoint that, so they gonna have a hard time doing that.
So is there a cure for herpes?
No. Well, okay, so I'm gonna keep it real, okay?
Because I'm looking at this thing where it say I cured my herpes forever. Herpes is no longer a problem.
I know where you about to go with that, so let me explain to some people, okay? And I'm gonna keep this real. In certain, with the pharmaceutical people, there is no cure. But with science and herbal materials, there is a cure, okay? The way that you can get rid of it is by simply cleaning out your system and doing nothing but alkaline-based diets and foods. That's how you cure I'm not going to say any, but that's how you cure certain diseases, because when you have diseases, it's coming from the mucus that's in your body. If you cure the mucus, you cure the disease.
So question. So also, in curing the mucus, and you got to kill the protein inside your body called ICP-47.
Exactly. This is why it's very important to know your pH balance and your own body yourself. Not saying like don't go to the doctors and stuff. I'm not saying that, but I would suggest a herbal doctor, if anything, like a herbalist or something, because they know like herbal plants that can actually cure and help certain things versus the pharmaceuticals. Certain pharmaceutical pills are made to actually hurt you even worse than what they are. This is why if you notice almost every pill that they put on a commercial, it has a disclaimer and the dude is talking real fast. Like off of the Boondocks, for instance, just to be a little funny real quick. But remember when Grandpa was going through the stress and they gave that man that pill and he was like, you can have total bloatum and scrozer implosion or some shit like that, and it was like basically saying like your balls can blow off and shit.
Stop cussing.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Stop cussing.
Certain pills are supposed to help you, but at the same time, if it's supposed to help you, why is it hurting a different part of your body that's already healthy? You have to think. You see what I'm saying? Now, this goes back to knowing your roots and knowing yourself and actually going back to your ancestor roots and living how they used to live. Grow your own fruits and vegetables from your own garden like my grandpa do. So, my grandpa from my mother's side, he passed away at 104 or 5 years old. So.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's as far as that goes with the herpes and everything. Anything else? I didn't mean to get off track, y'all, but anything else?
Okay, well, I thank you for calling in.
All right.
Anybody else that got information, call in. I want to know. I'm learning just like y'all. Shoot. I don't know everything. This is a learning thing. So, if I can learn, anybody else can learn. I don't mess with that herpes stuff. I don't know. But I get mad when I get a fever blister. Man, Man, shoot, I get mad when I get a few blistered. Is that herpes? Don't tell me that's herpes. I mess around and go around and tell everybody, like, oh my God, I got herpes. Rubber condoms is not 100% it's not 100% a repellent. Ain't nothing 100% a repellent. But that's why they tell you to do combinations. Miss Visby, I don't know where that rumor come from. I don't listen to them rumors. Y'all keep listening to them people. Them people gonna have you going crazy. They do not know what the hell they're talking about. What I do know is herpes can lie dormant in your body. Right, Shabby. Right, Shabby. He said herpes can be very bad, and secondly, the doctor will then want to test for HIV, and that's a fact. So, with that going on, let's go to Kennick's motion. Let's go to Kennick's motion. Now, what we do know is that people will say things to try to make fun. She said, I keep my legs closed. You know what? Caramel said, I'll just keep my legs closed most of the time. Because I be damned if I'm going to get some shit like that. And you can't get mad at her. What did Maria say that everybody say facts about? They have meds for fever out. What? You're live on the DanaJay show. How can I help you?
What's up, D?
What's going on?
What's up?
Ain't nothing.
I just want to let you know, man, don't let that stuff get to you, okay?
Let what get to me?
The indictment yesterday that you were reading, don't let that stuff get to you.
Man, I'm not. Man, I'm good.
No, you broke down a little bit.
That was Friday.
Okay.
That was Friday. The day Monday.
I thought that was today, then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, Friday got to me, man, because
They got this shit backwards like you said.
right.
Why is he getting in trouble for that shit? And why are they bringing that up and they're not speaking to anybody else about this shit?
No cussing on this channel, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Why they ain't got nobody else in trouble for that? Why are they just be getting him in trouble for this?
Well,
It's not fair.
it's lies, man. And the thing is, we're here to bust up the lies.
Yeah, but how come Darnell Russell's not locked up? Nobody else is locked up. Just him. He's all this alone.
Well, we're going to get into all of that. That's why I said we got a long live today, brother.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks until freaking trial.
Facts.
August 9th. And then they spreading other lies too that made me upset too when I was watching. They trying to say I was watching the news the other day and I got really mad.
Okay.
Almost threw the remote at the TV. Trying to say that he met a boy at John Doe at McDonald's. James John Doe at McDonald's. What the hell?
We gonna go over that. We gonna go over all that.
All right, bro.
All right.
Take care, bro.
How you do? See, this is what Keith was talking about. Keith was saying plain and simple. And the more they try to lie, to try to get Robert to break, is breaking down Robert real fans and real supporters. Look, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. Whatever them people do, let them do it. I don't care. So let's go here. This is Kennick's motion, United States versus Robert Kelly. Dear Judge Donnelly, the defense respectfully submits this letter, brief in opposition to the government's motion in limine, which requests that the court, 1, permit the victim witnesses to testify, using a pseudonym or their first names only. 2. Limit references to each of the victim witnesses and open court to their pseudonyms or first names only. And prevent public disclosure via cross-examination or otherwise of the victim witnesses' respective addresses, names, and family members, or exact place of employment, if any. Motion, ECF, Doc number 121. For the reasons set forth more fully below, the defense consists of Jane Doe's 2 and 3 being referred to by their first name and strenuously objects to the government application regarding Jane Doe number 5. Response to the government motion in limine, Jane Doe number 5, identity. The identity of Jane Doe number 5 is necessary for the in and out of court investigation. The Supreme Court has long recognized a defendant's right to confront government witnesses with questions regarding identifying information, such as their true names, addresses, and employers. In Smith v. Illinois, 390 U.S. 129, 1968, a prosecution witness testified under a false name, and the defense was prevented from eliciting the true name and address on cross-examination. The Supreme Court overturned the conviction on the ground that the name and address of a witness are necessary for a defendant's in and out of court investigation. In this case, the disclosure at a public trial of the identities of the witnesses against Mr. Kelly is essential for a thorough investigation of witnesses. Accordingly, defense counsel should be permitted to inquire into the witnesses' true identities during cross-examination. See Alford v. United States, 282 U.S. 687, 1931. Cross-examination of a witness is a matter of right. Its permissible purposes, among others, are that the witnesses may be identified with his community so that independent testimony may be sought and offered of his reputation for veracity in his own neighborhood. Citations omitted. The identity of Jane Doe number 5 is essential as it directly bears on the witness' credibility, bias, and prejudice. Additionally, the identifying information of Jane Doe number 5 must be presented to the jury as the evidence bears on the witness' credibility. In Alford, the Supreme Court reversed a defendant's conviction because inter alia, the district court impermissibly prevented defense counsel from obtaining the address of a prosecution witness. Information the Supreme Court held went directly to the witnesses' credibility, bias, and prejudice. 282 U.S. 687, 691, 1931. As in Alford, in the instant matter, Jane Doe number 5's identity goes to the heart of her credibility. Hold on for a second. Specifically, as the government mentioned in its motion, Jane Doe number 5 has spoken publicly about some of her experiences with Mr. Kelly. Governing motion ECF, document number 121, page 11. In fact, Jane Doe number 5 has already revealed her identity to the public through press and by discussing her relationship with Mr. Kelly. The defense submits that Jane Doe number 5 has conducted numerous interviews regarding Mr. Kelly and has participated in several documentaries which were made available for public distribution. For example, in late 2020, Jane Doe number 5 conducted an interview with a Fox station in which she discussed Mr. Kelly. At the present time, there are 10 or more videos available on YouTube of Jane Doe number 5 discussing Mr. Kelly. There are also several videos available on the internet of Jane Doe number 5 appearing by herself or with her father in which Mr. Kelly is discussed. The parents of Jane Doe number 5 have also conducted various media interviews, including an interview in 2019 with CBS This Morning. In addition, Jane Doe number 5 has conducted several Instagram live sessions in which she discusses Mr. Kelly. Some of those Instagram live sessions have been recorded and appear on YouTube or are readily accessible on the internet. Therefore, the need to keep her identity anonymous has been directly undermined by her own actions. Further, the fact that Jane Doe number 5 has spoken out publicly and in fact published a book about her experiences with Mr. Kelly bears directly on her credibility as a witness, enabling defense counsel to elicit her identity and this information regarding her public announcements, which vary from her in court testimony, would provide information that is relevant to the jury's deliberations as to her credibility and is essential to the defense. Permitting victims' witnesses to testify under pseudonyms impermissibly undermines the presumption of innocence. The government also seeks an order permitting the victim witnesses to testify under pseudonyms. However, if the government witnesses are permitted to conceal their true names, then the court will be sending a clear message to the jury that this case requires special protective measures for government witnesses. The average juror who has seen any amount of television or movies or previously has been on a jury will know that it is unusual for a witness's identity to be concealed. The jury will infer that the court has implemented these extra precautions because the women testifying are uniquely vulnerable. The defendant is particularly dangerous, or both. In short, anonymous witnesses will interfere with the jury's ability to provide Mr. Kelly with his presumption of innocence during the course of his trial. Excuse me. In this regard, the government's witness and anonymous witnesses is comparable to a request for an anonymous jury. In such cases, because the Second Circuit has recognized that the use of an anonymous jury undermines the presumption of innocence, it has cautioned district courts that the decision to impanel an anonymous jury must receive those judicial scrutiny and be evaluated in the light of reason, principle, and common sense. United States versus Thomas. The same standard should be applied here, and accordingly, the court should deny the government's request for the witness's anonymity. Therefore, based on the foregoing, the defense consents to Jane Doe's 2 and 3 being referred to by their first name and strongly objects to and opposes the government's application regarding Jane Doe number 5. Alright? So now we got that out the way. Okay, I'm going to say this. And I'm going to break this down. Because now it's coming to crunch time. All the distractions going to start coming. It's a picture floating around where people want to try to throw digs at Robert. I'm going to say this. The picture that's floating around is not Robert. I don't care who say what. I'm telling you for a fact. The picture that's floating around is not Robert. Now, people want to make fun. We can start putting pictures out there and make fun of people. That's how we can do this. So, with that being said, what do y'all feel about Azriel having her name concealed? What do y'all think about that? Because I don't think the name should be concealed. What did Sharby say? Testify for him. I wonder, will Joy testify? It's you know what, Shabby? It's gonna come down to a point where I think Joy gonna have to take the stand. Tim Savage gonna have to take a stand. But the questions the questions they gonna ask Tim, the way it look, is not gonna be the questions that he thinking. And the questions they gonna ask him is gonna be about Faith. Because remember, he said Faith was lying about that herpes thing. And remember that. There's no point when she chased fame. Facts. Facts, Big Vi. I want to see what everybody's saying. If you want to know who Tom Mesereau is, Vlad TV has an interview on Tom. Also, it's private detective, very interesting. Nobody's interested in Tom Mesereau. But I'm quite sure people know who he is. And so could Dominique. Shabby, Dominique could checkmate Azriel too. Actually, Dominique can checkmate a lot of them. Jim is not taking a stand. And if I was a defense team, I would see if there's an injunction to make him take the stand. 30 years of lies. That's bullcrap. All because Robert didn't get him an interview with Rolling Stones as he promised. Hey, things happen. Things happen. And when things start happening, it is what it is. Things happen. So let's see what else y'all saying. Let's see. Why everyone knows it's her. We all know. We all. Everybody know who 5 and 6 is. Everybody don't know who 2 and 3 is. Unfortunately, I can't say too much. Why do people keep saying that Joy is testifying again? Because people want to stir up conversations. I tell y'all, what if the judge keep allowing this government motions? Hold on. I tell y'all, what if the judge keep allowing this government motions? This case will be overthrown. I just want this trial to get underway. Jim needs to take the stand. Fact, Shabby. And Vi, what you mean by that? I see a lot he say, she say in this case. Exactly. Joy will never turn. She ride or die for him. I'm going to say this, and Maria, I don't put nothing past nobody. I said this for a long time. I don't think none of them thought it would get this far. Don't run now. Let's get it on in court. Facts. How many people you think have immunity? I don't know. Too many. What up, Ty? What up, Ty Ray? Too many. Good morning, Ms. Virgo. Cameron said, people keep trying to say that Larry and Angelo turned ads against Rob. They play a part in it, but as was going to turn on Rob anyway because she wanted to be the only one, a.k.a. the wifey. Caramel, you said it right there. You said a mouthful. I believe this young lady questions her own integrity. And this is why she wants her name concealed. She is not confident in her own stance. Facts. Facts. We have to wait and see. Yep. That's a great question, Charlotte. I just answered it. I just don't see a lot of overwhelming evidence. So the trial is going to tell us exactly what they have. And I have a feeling it's BS. Yep, there's a lot of BS and a lot of word of mouth. And Joy's right, I die for a man. I put it to you like this. I've been living life long enough to know that nobody can be trusted. Whenever you're in a situation like this, nobody can be trusted. Hell, and you can't even trust yourself. He thought Ass was going to be with Rolling Stone. Nah. Do you think the prosecutor's seeing he may walk, and that's why they saying that he was sleeping with boys and had the women sleeping with them as well? Facts. But we're gonna take a look at what Sharon Winbush said. Yeah, things that make you go, Bitch, she audio saying, "Here's my baby. I love Robert Sylvester Kelly. This girl is not stable. She needs medication ASAP." Agree. I know that's right, man. Question: If you gave people herpes, right? Then wouldn't that mean Ass has it, and she moved on to that young man who didn't seem bothered? He just want to not kill ex. That's a great thing, Shelby. But you know they trying to say that Azriel have it. They trying to say that. And mainstream media puts their own narrative, and they proved it again with the latest BS this weekend. Oh yeah. Maria said Charlotte is sure the hell is. Yep. Public just read headlines. I agree. The judge allowing the government to enter in piles of allegation on top of the media pushing it. They want a sequestered jury, private witnesses, all for a man who doesn't have a criminal record. Facts. Yes, I am going to read it, Bree. When does Tasha Gay come in at? Where does Tasha Gay come in at? I don't know. Does his wife have it? No, she don't have it. I had to do Dana, but she kept quiet. Like you should. Yeah. And Dana, how can you trust what Azriel's saying? She said Rob made her have sex with 5 men every day. Where are those men? I never said I trusted Azriel. The trial will come down to who testifies against RSK and videos. Bring it on the trial. Facts. I agree, Damon. Sharby Tasha K months ago did say the feds are reaching. Okay. So we about to look at what Sharon Winbush said. We about to look at the video that Sharon Winbush put out. Go to YouTube. Let's see. All right.
news about the new paperwork that came out, and people have asked me to say something about it. I can't say a lot because we are at that phase of the proceedings where the game is getting tighter, and there's a lot on the line, and people are bringing everything. But keep in mind what Robert said. Use your common sense. The John Doe number one is Richard Arline. We've known that he was going to, well, we knew that he had given them that story because he was trying to save his own ass. He inserted himself into a situation trying to get whatever he was trying to get, and got caught, and that's the story that he gave up. The John Doe number two is a friend of his. So if you look at, I can't say anything more than that. If you look at the paperwork, it says met him at McDonald's, 16 or 17 years old, years later entered a sexual relationship. That tells you, based on the dates in the paperwork, the person who's alleging this was not underage. Then they're saying there were messages back and forth. What I absolutely know of Robert, he doesn't say anything on the phone, and he doesn't, back then it was texting. And that was right around the time of the 2008 trial. So there may have been communication about doing some work, but it'll be, they have to prove the allegations that they're stating. So keep all of that in mind. In terms of what Azriel was saying, finding gay porn, look at the dates on that as well. When did she go and talk to the feds? January 8th, 2020. After she had the fight with Joy, after Larry had mind-fucked her and waterboarded her with all of this information about Robert. So it says in the paperwork, Robert was angry with her at some point for being a liar. She's a habitual liar. So those things are easy to debunk. Why would someone ask you to look up gay porn in 2019? It doesn't add up. And there can't be proof that he's the one that told you to look that up. If she looked that up, how do we know she wasn't operating on the instructions of her father? She said they were in communication. How do we know she wasn't looking it up for herself? There's no proof that Robert told her to go look that stuff up. He wasn't even around them that much in 2019 because he was going through his situation. So, you got to keep all of that in mind. These are nothing more than allegations. It has to be proven in a court of law, and they put it out this close to the trial so that it gets major news coverage and it affects potential jurors. But they did it without saying they're trying to affect potential jurors. But that's the only reason you drop paperwork like that at the last minute. But it is Richard Arline, his friend. We've known behind the scenes in the camp that that's the story he was going to drop. And it's something that we've been working on. So don't panic. Don't be alarmed. This is all a part of the game. You have to move through it strategically. And these are things we're working on. So that's all I'm going to say on it. We're on it. I'm working on it. Others are working on it. Obviously, the lawyers are working on it. So it's just a matter of looking into Richard Arline's background, the friend that he's talking about, and then, we'll look into the other stuff. But just keep your head down, do the work. Make sure any evidence that you have, get it to Nicole directly, get it to Tom directly, get it to me directly, or get it to
Okay. Why would why would Dana say that Jeff Fly Leaks and Richard Arline are the same person? Hold on. Hello? Hello? That's funny. That's a good question. So, like I was saying, why would Dana say that Richard Arline and Jeff Fly Leaks is the same person, right? Knowing that, you know, some people was gonna say, "Oh no, they different people. They different people. They different people." And then you hear something weird come out. Nobody pays attention to what's really going on until it's in your face. Now, I'm going to break something down to you. Now, she said send it to the lawyers, and if you don't feel comfortable, send it to her. And it was something else she was saying. So, here's what people don't understand. If you pay attention, look at what he said on this lady page. At Randa, I got unreleased raw music we can slow dance to. This picture right here is not a picture of him. It's not a picture of him. Hey, Maria, question. Maria Slavansky, question. Do you have 2 pages? I got a question. Do you have 2 pages, or is this the real Maria Slavansky? Or Slavinsky? I'm just wondering. Because I seen something about 3 or 4 weeks ago that kind of puzzle me. So I'm just trying to figure out, is this the real you? Hold up, wait. Hey Maria, is this the real you? And before we go any further, hey Maria, is this the real you? Is this the same one that was on Sylvia's page 3 or 4 weeks ago? Because I just need to get an answer. You know. If it's not you, then we can move forward. If it is you, we still gonna move forward. But I just need to know. Last time, Maria Slavansky. Is this the real you that was on Sylvia's page 3 to 4 weeks ago? Or is this a different Maria? Just let me know. Yeah, photo grid. I need to go on my photo grid. I don't like to wait for a long period of time because, you know, it's funny because you was just real active and before I asked that question. Now that I asked that question, it's like you disappeared. So I just want to know, are you the same person that called me an idiot, that said you didn't like me, and that you only look at Sylvia and listen to Sylvia? And that you don't look at none of the males because the males are stupid as hell? Is this the real you? Hold that thought. Is this the real you? That's all I want to know. No answer now. You just made yourself guilty. But that's all you had to say is no, it wasn't you. Or if you would have said yes, it was you, then I would have asked you, why did you say that? Because I never did nothing wrong to you. I never said nothing bad to you. But I got to move on. I wish you the best. So, if you look at that photo is not him. And I'm quite sure it was people putting screenshots out there and everything. I get it. I get it. I get it. So, let's look at some things. I've been said that they was going to close in on Jetfly, right? And when I said that, he started saying things like this. I will be privately releasing a 21-track album, and Peter Edge says RCA never attached copyright to the content. Rob Council tour affected Sony in a negative way. No one backed us after backing Kells. So I put things together. I heard Don Russell say that and said, "Oh, I'm the only one that paid for tours and Kells ain't paid me nothing." So with that being said, right? Hey, let's forget about it, but let's move on. So with that being said, let's move on next. So with that being said, if Don Russell came out saying it first, and then Jetfly Leaks said it, the only person that will have that information is Don Russell, right? So when you put Jetfly Leaks talks with what Don Russell was saying, then you look at Richard Arline movement from his indictment, it matches everything that Jetfly say. Which means if Jetfly, but I'm going to say this, which means that no one person, hold on. It means that no one person can mimic another person to the T like that unless it's that person. Now, you have some people that can mimic folks, but you can't mimic conversations if you wasn't there to hear that conversation. And I know for a fact that the persona of Richard Arline has never been on my channel. Are you live on DanaJay Show? How can I help you? Huh? Hello? Hello? Hey, Maria, why would you
not get quiet? I went into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Get a coffee.
Yeah, Maria, this is you. Thank you.
Else.
This is you. I know voices to a T. That's you. Thank you. So, you can go back to Sylvia's page and deal with them. Not over here. If you don't like me, don't come. So, like I was saying, there's no one person that can dictate or repeat or mimic anything somebody say word for word if they wasn't there. So I can't say what Don Russell said when he talked to Bedbug. I wasn't there. But if I heard inklings of stuff, I can only repeat inklings of stuff. Right? Richard Arline was repeating everything that Jetfly Leaks was saying. Word for word. And that's why I said they're the same person. So people be like, "Well, Dana, you crazy, yo, you, woo, 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 woo." Well, let's go here. And I'm gonna go here with it. Take off the braids, right? Thin out the mustache. Thin out the beard. You have Jetfly Leaks. Put the beard back on. Thicken out the goatee. Put the braids back in. You have Richard Arline. You got to understand that when you under federal investigation, if you ever want to do some things, just change your persona. And the one thing I always said is, I respect Jet Fly Leaks, aka Richard Arline. I respect Don Russell. I respect anybody that considered me an enemy, and I'm going to tell you why. As long as you respect them, you will never underestimate them. So when you respect a person, you will never underestimate a person. So therefore, nothing that happened will be able to go up under you. So therefore, hey, I talked to the brother on the phone. He said what he said. I can only take him at his word. But I asked him not to put no more stuff out, and he did it anyway. I can't make this man do anything. I can't make him do anything. I can only ask. So, with that being said, here's the funny part. If you wasn't on that telephone call, right, with Azriel, and if Richard Arline ain't Jet Fly, then how would Jet Fly come at me with this? Bro, you acting like Rob put you in charge. Never understood why we couldn't break even behind scenes. But you want to make this matter public. Well, I have a question. And the question is, if you wasn't on that call, what scenes am I making public? Because at this point, I was talking about that call. I wasn't even on the call. But I was talking about the remnants of it and how Sylvia played the call. And look what he said. They already have his IP addresses, Kimberly. But they got all that, but that's how they was able to bring them in. Let's go here. Okay. I think I played that one already. Is the same one? Yeah, same one. So at the end of the day, it's called... Okay, I did that. It's called psychological warfare. Here we go. Now watch this. They were trying to get some money out of a certain person, and they used Dr. Rice to do it. What up, J-Rock? And they was using Dr. Rice to do it, right? I love looking at these joints, because I look at all the people who was rocking with me, but I just wanted attention, and now they turn to go rock with anybody that's against me. I love seeing this. People that have wrenches, people that didn't. This cracks me up. This let me know that they all was here for a reason. And then check this out. They all got the same story. They never liked me. Well, I thank y'all for the time that y'all shared with me. But look at what Jet Fly Leak say. All I'm saying is a contract states you agree to maintain or produce a X amount of revenue and pockets ain't been filled. Half the amount of the agreement. Locked up or free, Kells will pay. Wasn't he on the call? But no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Jet Fly Leaks. It was Richard Arline that was on the call. Prima Donna said, "What up, Prima?" That was. I'm not the smartest thing in the bunch, but why are you on YouTube talking about a contract if you wasn't on Wiretap talking about a contract? See, these are the things that people miss. How would Jet Fly Leaks know about a contract? Here's my question. It's key things. How would Jet Fly Leaks know about a contract if you wasn't on the phone call discussing a contract? I'm just saying. Prima here, so maybe she can help everybody out. If you wasn't on a phone call discussing a contract, why would you be on YouTube talking about the very same contract? It was just flipped around. They was trying to use Azriel to get money to fill their pockets. Well, look what's going on. All I'm saying is a contract states you agree to maintain or produce a X amount of revenue and pockets ain't been filled. Half the amount of the agreement. Locked up or free, Kells will pay. Hey, Linda. Pay attention to what it said. All I'm saying is a contract states you agree to maintain or produce a X amount of revenue and pockets ain't been filled. Half the amount of the agreement, locked up or free, Kells will pay. So, Dana, what part are you getting to? The easy part. The part that go like this. I'm involved in some stuff. And I'm impersonating Richard Arline. I'm involved in some stuff. I set the stage for some stuff. And trying to align with Keith. Exactly. Now watch this. Where have we heard Richard Arline before all of this? When I tell y'all I can connect things and I sit back and watch, where have we heard Richard Arline way before this? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. What up, Rel? Richard Arline transformed in front of y'all eyes 3 different times. Each time I called out each one. And I was laughed at and said I didn't know what I was talking about. So do anybody know? Because I'm going to call it out. 2019. February 8th. No, I'm sorry. 2019. April 8th. Hold on. Hey, bro. And I'm good. Yeah, but I'm alright. Huh? But I got hit from behind. But I'm on my podcast right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna call you back. So check it. When he first came on, he placed a call to a certain blogger that we call Bedbug. And he came on as A.R. Rich. And he said, Don got some work for you to do. He said, all right, cool. Hung up. That's when I start putting him and Don together. And he kept saying, no, I ain't done. So what I did was I fished out everybody that he connected with as being aligned to Don. Some people was misses, but a lot of the people was direct hits. From that point, he goes from A.R. Rich. We see him again. And if you notice, when he popped up, I said, you're going to jail. And the only thing he kept saying is, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Man, I don't think no black man should go to jail. That's when me and him was going back and forth on my channel. At this time, his persona was Jetfly Leaks. 3 weeks after that, his indictment come down. Jetfly Leaks disappears. When you look at the indictment, that's during the time that he actually go out of town. When he come back in town at that time period, Jetfly Leaks pop back up. Hold on. I'm live. I'm gonna have to call you back. At that time, Jetfly Leak pops back up. Then you notice Jetfly Leaks start going around. But in the meantime, in between time, when Bedbug got put out of court for filming, Jetfly Leaks was in the car with him. But then Jetfly Leaks came on my panel and told the truth. He said, no, I wasn't in the car. He called me. I was on the phone and I was talking through the Bluetooth. So, let's make this make sense. At that point, we start hearing my contact, my source, which we realized that his source was Lily. Then after he dogged Lily, and Hollywood Next put that out there, Lily starts saying little crazy stuff like she don't deal with him, this and this and this, but you see she's back over there dealing with him. So I'm starting to see the whole connect. This is a Chicago connection that they're trying to put on everybody else. Oh, it's the Baltimore connection. No, this is a Chicago thing. And I heard this a while back. Now I don't co-sign. But when the truth said every time I came in Chicago, people knew I was coming for entertainment, that puzzled me. Like, how did y'all know I was coming? So, as I said once before, then Daboski popped up and said, Bedbug sent the feds to him. You can't get the feds on the line unless you are an foreman. Then I seen him and Larry going back and forth. Then I see he chilled for a minute. Then I seen Larry stop. I said, wait a minute. It's something about this interaction that's just not right. So at the end of the day, I put my analysis together. And when I put my analysis together, it's clearly a connection between Don and Bedbug. Because when Don other thing came out, the number that Bedbug called me from is in Don's other indictment or discovery. So I'm like, Thank God I saved the number. And if y'all think I'm lying, y'all can go look it up for yourself. Because I'm about to give you the number. You can go look up Don Russell Discovery. And hold on. Here we go. You can look it up yourself. 312-203-3030. Or if it's not that one, it's 312-730-5687. It's one of them two. That's in that discovery. It's one of them two. Now, everybody talking about Oh, the Baltimore set up Dana and Kip and everybody else? No. We need to look at the Chicago setup. Everything that's happening to Rob is coming out of Chicago, not Baltimore. It seemed like Baltimore had his back, other than what Reds was saying. But Baltimore had his back. Chicago didn't. Peep it. Jane Doe's, mostly from where? Chicago. Lawyer, Chicago. The lawyer that extorted his money, Chicago. The tap dancing chicken shuffler, Chicago. Or the dude that said that Rob messed with him, Chicago. The only thing he had was two guys around him from Baltimore who had his best interests at heart. Dana and Kip. And a liar in Ridge that said that Rob used to mess with him. I don't get it. I never seen it. So, how can this be a Baltimore setup when it's clearly a Chicago connection? Right, and Debo voice. Give it some time. Give it some time. So, with this being said, I'm gonna say this. I used to think Debo was joking when he said that Chicago's a dirty place. Because I know Baltimore can be cruddy. But that's some dirty stuff. You say you love this man. You're around this man. But then you trying to have this man locked up and take everything he got. Why? Because he didn't fulfill some promises that he made some people. He's human. And promises are meant to be broken. Assurances are meant to stay stable. Promises are meant to be broken. Wasn't none of y'all in a gym when Robert was practicing his vocals? So why y'all want to take from him? I never understood that. Y'all taking from him, but y'all want to say y'all deserve it. How? How do y'all deserve anything? That's what I want to know. How do y'all deserve anything? And let's go here. I said it once and I say it again. If the lawyers really want to flex muscle, they can call a judicial challenge. Because all this stuff that happened in the motion to eliminate happened in Chicago. So New York don't have jurisdiction. So, let's go here. Here's where I'm going to bust you up at. All of a sudden, when you look at F, Jane Doe's 11 and 12 have sexually transmitted diseases. All of a sudden, right? All of a sudden. Okay. Let's keep going. Sexual abuse of Jane Doe number 1. So, he met him at a local McDonald's, invited him to attend a party at his residence in Chicago, Illinois. John Doe number 1, along with his mama and stepfather, attended the party. Here's the problem. And here's where I busted all up at. Richard Arline, if you were sexually abused, right? If you were sexually abused, let me ask you this question. In 2006, Kelly met John Doe number 1, a 17-year-old boy, and an individual whose identity is known to the government, Richard Arline, at a local McDonald's. Allegedly, Richard Arline, let's say that. At a local McDonald's, and invited him to attend a party at his residence in Chicago, Illinois. John Doe number 1, along with his mother and stepfather, attended the party. When Kelly saw John Doe number 1 with his family members, Kelly advised him to come without them to the next gathering. Thereafter, Kelly invited John Doe number 1 into his studio the guise of helping and mentoring John Doe number 1 with his musical aspirations. Kelly also asked John Doe number 1 what he was willing to do to succeed in the music business, and clarified that he wanted John Doe number 1 to engage in sexual contact with Kelly. With that backdrop, Kelly then engaged in sexual contact with John Doe number 1 in violation of Illinois law. John Doe number 1 thereafter introduced Kelly to, among others, John Doe number 2, a close male friend who was then 16 or 17. Pay close attention to that. And whose identity is known to the government. And Kelly sought to establish a sexual relationship with John Doe number 2. Several years later, Kelly started a sexual relationship with John Doe number 2 and required his girlfriends, including Jane Doe number 5, to have sex with John Doe number 2 upon his command, and often filmed those encounters. Kelly sometimes paid John Doe number 2 after sexual encounters with him. Kelly also directed John Doe number 1 and others to engage in sexual contact with each other and film those encounters. Telephone records corroborate Kelly's relationship with John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2, beginning when both were 17 years old. Listen to this. Telephone records corroborate Kelly's relationship with John Doe number 1 and John Doe number 2, beginning when both were 17 years old. John Doe number 1 also introduced Kelly to girlfriends of John Doe number 1. I got a question. And here's my question. If this was anywhere truthful, this is 2021. Why in 2020 you was trying to handle affairs for Robert if you were sexually abused? Can somebody make this make sense? I got questions for you. ABCDHJKLM. Then I want to get here. Threats towards Jane Doe number 6 and others. But before we go there, I got a question for John Doe number 1. If you were sexually abused back in 2006 and all that, why are you trying to handle affairs on his behalf in 2020? If you were sexually abused, you don't want to be near your abuser. You don't want to see the name. You don't want to see the face. You don't want to smell anything that reminds you of your abuser is going to make you mad, angry, or it's going to make you flip or sick. So, let's make this make sense. Let's make it make sense, y'all. You have to make it make sense. And if it's not making sense, it's not true. And then they go on to say that you introduce Robert to 17-year-old women. 17-year-old young women. Well, I thought the statute of limitations, you're 17 is illegal. That's what I thought. So I'm about to jump into this Don Russell thing. Because I think some people miss what was going on. I think some people miss what was going on. I'm about to show you how dirty these people are. I'm about to show you. Your third eye need to be open. Okay. All right. Your third eye need to be open. Because here's where it's going to get ugly. All right. That's how we gonna play it. Let's do it. Here we go. That's how we gonna play it. Threats towards Jane Doe number 6 and others. Now, when I told you that I was willing to take a lot of this shit to my grave, that's what I meant. I did the dirty work. Sylvia and Brandon, all them, but they got the information. I did the dirty work. Until, as it always happened, greed jumps in. Greed jumps in. Greed jumps in. Hold on, Sharby. I'm going to get to that. The greed jumped in. Oh, I want to be first. I want to be acknowledged. I want to do this. I want to do that. So let's read. Threats towards Jane Doe number 6 and others in or about the fall of 2018. Continuing through January 2020. Kelly and other members of the enterprise, including Don Russell, Russell's mother, and an individual working on Kelly's behalf, used coercive tactics to attempt to convince Jane Doe number 6 to abandon a civil lawsuit she had filed against Kelly, and to stop speaking publicly about Kelly. I'm gonna stop right here. That means June Barrett is going to jail, and Cash Jones is going to jail. Don ain't going by herself. They both gonna go. All three of them. If everybody else went, they gotta go. So it says they did so by conveying to Jane Doe number 6 that they had maintained compromising photographs of her, which could be released at any time, and then releasing certain such photographs publicly via a Facebook page called Surviving Lies. And during interviews Russell conducted on YouTube, specifically following the filing of a civil lawsuit on behalf of Jane Doe number 6 against Kelly. In November 2018, the lawyer who filed the lawsuit for Jane Doe number 6 received a typewritten letter signed by who? Kelly. Stop. Everybody know that Kelly did not sign that letter. But let's wait, because they say Don is for Robert. They say Don was just trying to help Robert. Let's finish. Enclosed with the letter were portions of the civil complaint filed on behalf of Jane Doe number 6, with the following stamp affixed: I do not accept this offer to contract, and I do not consent to these proceedings. Robert don't know nothing about a secured party creditor writing or language. That means that Robert didn't do it. Because how can you type something or send something that you know nothing about? Then it says, with Kelly's handwritten signature and a state of Illinois notary stamp and signature for Russell's mother, an individual whose identity is known to the government, and 2 pieces of paper that contain images of typewritten text. Among the images were text messages exchanges between Kelly and Jane Doe number 6, as well as photographs of Jane Doe number 6 that were apparently cropped to not disclose certain body parts, but which nonetheless included portions of Jane Doe number 6's exposed buttocks and breasts. Beneath those photographs was text including, I assure you, this would not be considered a Sunday to go-to meeting dress. The next 2 pictures have been cropped for the sake of not exposing her extremities to the world yet. As described further below in recorded statements live streamed over YouTube in late January 2019, Don L. Russell stated that he wrote the commentary that accompanied the photographs. That Kelly had signed the letter. So let's stop. Let's stop for a second. Let's go here. They say Don Russell is trying to help Robert. Right? People overlook statements. The statement said, Don L. Russell stated, which means he sat with the feds and told them that he wrote the commentary that accompanied the photographs, and that Kelly had signed the letter, and that he had participated in sending these documents to the lawyer. I got a question. How is that helping Kelly? How is that helping Rob? That clearly is letting you know that Don Russell is an informant. That he went down there and lied on Robert. I also told y'all, right, that part, real. I also told y'all that he forged Robert's signature. I also played the audio from Blockbender joint when Don Russell said he have it all. That he got the signatures, he got this, he got that, he got this, whoop, whoop, whoop. Everything go through him, bop, bop, bop. I gave that to y'all. Why you think Don Russell is not being tried with Robert? But you see all of Don Russell actions where? Going against Robert. Let's finish. Notably, a judicially notarized search of Kelly, A judicially authorized search of Kelly's Apple iPhone, seized at the time of his federal arrest, revealed that on the morning of October 26, 2018, Kelly sent the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 and text message exchanges between Jane Doe number 6 and Kelly that were included in the November 2008 mailing to Don Russell's mother. Let's stop right there. I told y'all that Don Russell had Robert's phone, took some photos out of it, and started texting people from his phone, mainly his mother. I told y'all that like 4 months ago. And then I told you before that 8 months ago. And everybody said that I was lying. But here you go again. You see it. Then it says later. Oh, I'm sorry. Don Russell's mother via MMS messages. Multimedia sent messages. Okay. Or secured messages, whatever I want to do. Later that same day, Russell's mother sent a text message to Kelly that said, question, do you have a way of sending me one more picture showing her phone number at the top? I'm going to print it and include it along with the other 3 and include them in the letter to her attorney. Do you agree that she should really know her client? Then put a crooked face emoji. Listen to this response. Kelly thereafter responded with a text message stating, enter Alelia, I'm going to get you more. Timeout. Kelly know his phone more than anybody. Everybody else know their phone more than anybody. If that was Kelly responding, why is he responding, I'm going to get you more? Wouldn't he say, hold on, or I'm about to send it to you? Hold on. Hello? Hello? Lisa, stop calling me. I do not have a warranty that's about to expire, okay? Thank you. So, if this was Kelly's phone, right? Why would he say, I'm going to get you more? Why wouldn't he just say, hold on, and I'm going to send it to you? There's plenty of times that I ask him, like, yo, I need such and such. He'd be like, all right, hold on. That's why I'm not getting this. But then here's the kicker. This is 2018 now. United States Postal Service, USPS, records indicate that the mailing described above was sent by certified mail from Chicago, Illinois on November the 20th, 2018 and received at the lawyer's address in Brooklyn, New York on November the 26th, 2018. USPS records for the certified mail return receipt associated with the mailing indicate that the destination address for the return receipt was 219 North Justine Street, Chicago, Illinois 60607. Rob wasn't even there then. Robert wasn't even at the studio. Hey Felicia, that's the studio address. Rob wasn't even there. Actually, he was ordered by the judge by then not to even go back. So, when I told y'all Don broke in the studio, he sent that, instead of putting his address, he put the studio address. Robert Keller say, why say hold on via text? And she wasn't on the phone with him for him to put her on hold. Whenever you text and you tell somebody to hold on, you're getting information to send that person. You never say, I'm going to get it for you. So, this is the studio address that Don Russell put on there. And then it says the address of a warehouse rented and used as inter alia, a recording studio by Kelly at the time. That's not what he said. He didn't say people lie, as in they lied on their own. He said we got people to lie, as in he coerced lies from unarmed people. Oh, y'all talking about Larry? Larry did say he got people to lie. Then it says in November and December 2018, Darnell Russell was in telephone and email communication with an individual whose identity is known to the government, who offered to work on Kelly's behalf, including as a behind-the-scenes publicist for Kelly. The publicist, Cash Jones. Among other things, in early December 2018, Russell sent emails to the publicist including, among other things, the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6 described above on December the 4th, 2018, using the alias :Don and the email address :Don@yahoo.com. Russell sent an email with the subject line, "The Survivors Exposed," to various individuals employed by A&E Networks, which owns Lifetime Entertainment Services. Lifetime produced a documentary series featuring various of Kelly's accusers entitled "Surviving R. Kelly," which aired on the Lifetime TV network in early January 2019. On the evening of December the 4th, 2018, Lifetime was to hold a private screening of a portion of the documentary at a theater in Manhattan. However, the screening was interrupted by a gun threat that was communicated by telephone to the theater by Don Russell. The December the 4th, 2018 email from Don attached a PDF, the Survivors PDF, that included photographs and purported derogatory information related to various of Kelly's accusers who appeared in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, including Jane Doe number 4 and Jane Doe number 6, including the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6 partially exposed breasts and buttocks that were sent to Jane Doe number 6 lawyer in November 2018. That same day, Russell forwarded this email to the publicist. Jane Doe number 6 and her mother traveled to New York City to attend the December the 4th, 2018 Surviving R. Kelly premiere. The premiere was interrupted and police arrived and evacuated the theater where it was being held. I'm going to stop right there for a second. Hold on. Hold on, let me see something. Okay. I'm going to stop right there for a second. Okay. Now, Sylvia said that she didn't do anything. She said she don't know Robert. She said she didn't send no email to me or nobody else concerning Don Russell. That's what she told them folks over there, because she wanted to see, or she wanted to get in their good graces. Well, let's go here. I do believe that this is Sylvia, right? Because when I click on the page, that's Sylvia, right? I do believe that, right? Okay. And y'all believe that, because y'all see it. Sylvia Parks. Letter notarized by Don Russell's mother, June Barrett, to Douglas Anton and whoever this is. Good morning, Mr. Anton. Proud conversation. Matter of fact, let me open this up some more. Good morning, Mr. Anton. Per our conversation this morning, here are my findings for the letter that was sent to the court showing the Robert Sylvester Kelly threatened Faith Rogers. The notary that signed notice is Don Russell's mother, whose notary services expired 2 years ago. Prior to signing the notarized affidavit, sincerely, Sylvia P. Tumasimi. Then she CC'd Shantae. Okay? She also sent it to me. Look who I sent it to. I sent it to Doug. Doug told me he already had it. So, here's the letter. Here's the letter. And what they talking about, you see it right here. I do not accept this offer to contract. I do not consent to these proceedings. Y'all see it. The signature. A forged signature. Right? Let's go down some more. This also. What was put on there? This is June Barrett's signature right here. What up, fat boy? You see her whole look. It says inactive notary. It's been inactive since when? 2016. Her surety deactivated. The bonding company she was going through was Merchants Bonding Company. So where did I get this from? I just showed you. Sylvia. So, however, I'm about to show you something else. Hold on. Hold on. I'm looking for one more thing. Looking for one more thing. Hold on. That's not it. It say for your eyes only. Okay. Here you go, Rand. Here you go right here. Let's go there. If we're gonna go there, we're gonna go there. Who is this from? Y'all see it. If we're going to go there, we're going to go there. So, this is when she's acting like she is the agent, the federal agent. And it says, per our conversation, I called back to the Secretary of State Notary Department. I spoke with Lisa, gave the phone number, and she said your office need to send an email. Talking to Sylvia now. And she said your office need to send an email to her supervisor to request the information we spoke about. Her supervisor name is Vanessa Britton, vbritton@ilsos.gov. Here are my findings. This is Sylvia talking. June Barrett is Don Russell's mother. She notarized the letter that was sent to court. Her notary status is inactive. She never completed the process for obtaining a certificate to be able to legalize documents. Therefore, per Lisa, she was not allowed to perform any notary services in the state of Illinois. Also, it looks like R. Kelly's signature was forged on the document submitted on September 30th, 2019 to the court item number 231. So, like I'm saying, like I told y'all, Sylvia and Randa played a significant part. Randa got the video, Sylvia got the notary letter. Now all of a sudden, what up, Ty? Now all of a sudden, they for Don Russell. Make that make sense. How you for the man that you helped crucify? So let's finish. Jane Doe number 6 and her mother traveled to New York City to attend the December the 4th, 2018 Surviving R. Kelly premiere. The premiere was interrupted and police arrived and evacuated the theater where it was being held. Jane Doe number 6 later learned that a threat had been made to the theater, which resulted in the evacuation. Thereafter, Jane Doe number 6 returned to her hotel and encountered the publicist. The publicist told Jane Doe number 6 that she worked for Kelly and they needed to talk. Ultimately, Jane Doe number 6 and her mother agreed to meet with the publicist at a nearby restaurant. I believe it was either Ruby Tuesdays or Fridays. At the meeting, the publicist was accompanied by a male individual with a gun on his person that Jane Doe number 6 believed to be the publicist's bodyguard. During the meeting, the publicist showed Jane Doe number 6 nude photographs and Jane Doe number 6 and suggested that Kelly would release the photographs publicly if Jane Doe number 6 continued to speak about Kelly. At this time, Robert don't know nothing about that. He never put that in motion. He never even told them these people to do that. That's a Don Russell plan. Jane Doe number 6 recognized the photographs as photographs that had been taken by Kelly during her relationship with him. Oh, that cancels a lot of her stories out. Now that she's admitting that she was in a relationship with him. On December the 21st, 2018, Russell sent a series of text messages to Jane Doe number 6 and her mother, which included the text, just a sample, "We will see criminal charges. You've been warned," followed by photographs of portions of the survivors PDF, including the same photographs of Jane Doe number 6 included in the November 2018 mailing to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer. Thereafter, inter alia, Russell sent Jane Doe number 6 and her mother text messages stating, "Publishing soon." And this is : "My investigation will be done soon enough." On January the 3rd, 2019, Russell sent another text message stating, "Pull the plug or you will be exposed." Don't that sound familiar? Don't that sound like some people that's on this YouTube now that's trying to do stuff? Make that make sense. So it says on January the 7th, 2019, at 2:42:01, Russell, using the Don alias, created a Facebook page called Surviving Lies. Facebook deactivated the Surviving Lies Facebook page on January the 7th, 2019, at 20:44, which is 10:44 p.m. UTC. After post targeting Jane Doe number 6 and another of Kelly's accusers were posted on the page by Russell, those postings included photographs of text messages exchanges between Jane Doe number 6 and Kelly, and photographs of Jane Doe number 6 included in the November 2018 mailing to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer. Following Facebook deactivation of the page, Facebook issued a statement indicating that the page violated Facebook's community standards and had been removed, adding, "We do not tolerate bullying or sharing others' private contact information and take action on content that violates our policies as soon as we are aware." On January 26, 2020, Russell appeared in an interview live streamed on YouTube. During the interview, Russell introduced himself as Kelly's advisor, consultant, and friend, and indicated that he had known Kelly for going on 30 years now. After doing the interview, Russell discussed Jane Doe number 6 and the lawsuit she had filed, holding up copies of items that had been sent to Jane Doe number 6's lawyer, including the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 described above, with her buttocks out. While holding up one of the pages with the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 to the camera, Russell stated, "That's my commentary" at the bottom. On January 26, 2020, Russell appeared in another video interview live streamed on YouTube. During the interview, Russell again held up copies of items that had been sent to Jane Doe's number 6's lawyer, that's Texas Black Diamond, including the photographs of Jane Doe number 6 described above. While holding up these items, Russell stated, "We sent these documents to the lawyer." Russell further stated that these are the pictures of her, Jane Doe number 6, that we sent. These are text messages of her that we sent, referring to a document and mailing. Russell stated Kelly signed it. So how is he for Robert? How is he trying to help Robert? How is he for Robert? That's all I'm saying. Like, one thing for sure, two things for certain, we ain't holding no punches with nobody. And we putting it out there, what's really going on. And we breaking it down piece by piece. So Robert got to go to jail for some stuff that other people did in his name. This makes me think about some things. Right. They was never for him. So everybody's talking about, oh, Don is for Robert. Oh, I think Don just but I think Don meant him good. Yeah. Your page is in the paperwork. Texas Black Diamond. Phases the next level. Your page is in there. So if your page is in there, depending on what you know, because they watching your shit. So every time Don came on there, they was watching your shit. Now what? Now what? But look, I'm going to give y'all a break, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to break down this some more. I want to have an open panel about it. I ain't going to lie to you. I really want to have an open panel, because it's some things that's being said that's not accurate. There's some things. There's a lot of things in that paperwork that's not accurate. Just like everybody's saying, Overshona testifying. It's not in the paperwork. But y'all said it's in the paperwork. It's not there. They referenced it, and they said they referenced it, and she not even a Jane Doe. So it goes to show everything I've been saying has been accurate so far. No, they charging Robert with it. Actually, what they doing, Robert Keller, is they charging both. Because Don said that Robert made him do it, is now going to be charged to Robert as well. See what I'm saying? I think it's crazy. But, truth to be told, that's not jurisdiction. So, with that being said, that's the only case that they can really, technically, charge Robert on. Everything else happened in Chicago. They can call judicial. Once they call that, once they call the judicial jurisdiction, it's over. I didn't see the chart. Go back and look at it. Because everything I'm reading is, this is what they trying to bring into play as evidence to help charge him. So yeah, Robert getting hit with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a break for this, because I've been on here for like 2 hours and something. And we're going to come back around like 7. And I want to have an open panel, man. I want to have an open panel. But, like I said, if you want to support the channel, you hit my Cash App. $ official DanaJay. If you want to support me, then you go to the top of the chat box that's pinned, and you hit the tip jar. Tip whatever you feel. Or you can hit the super chat at the bottom, or you can hit the cat, whatever one you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But this is draining, it's emotional, and when I come back, we're going to jump into the 84-page motion to eliminate. The 84-page. Alright? I gotta get something to eat, man. I'm starving. While I watch a little football practice. Y'all be blessed. DanaJay be back. Peace. Thank y'all for joining.
Say you love it, what you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, 'cause I'm really about to